Welcome to Flow with the Grow. I'm your host, Sophia, a health and fitness professional, positivity distributor, and a real-life human being with real-life challenges. Every Tuesday, you'll hear my honest conversations on the day-to-day highs and lows that life teaches us, as well as bring you actionable tips that you can implement to improve your health and wellness journey. This podcast will empower you to flow with the inevitable setbacks of life. You will learn what it means to flow with the grow, see through a lens of optimism, and navigate your way to living your best life. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Now let's jump into your daily dose of positivity and growth. Something that I'm learning and trying to do better with and changing is the way that I speak and think, and reframing how I say something, how I speak, and the thoughts that I have. I think this can have a huge impact on how my outlook is on certain things. It's a different feel. And I'm going to give some examples here in a second, but I just wanted to share some quick reframing thoughts that you can think or speak as you speak or think to yourself, something similar. I think oftentimes we're just so quick to say something because it's the norm. So for example, I believe that humans, we say sorry way too much. It's just automatic. Like, I'm sorry, I'm running late, or I'm so sorry I can't blank, whatever it is. I'm sorry I can't do this because I have this going on. Like, if you just take mental note throughout your day as to how much you say I'm sorry and how much other people say I'm sorry, in times when really it's not needed. Like, people don't need to be saying I'm sorry as much as they do. It's an automatic response to say it's okay, when sometimes it's not okay. So it's just being more aware of how we say things and how we respond. So instead of saying I'm sorry, because really maybe you're not actually sorry, it's just the right thing to say, you could say, thank you for understanding. I'm going to give this example because this happened just today for myself. Every month, I do a workshop at Anytime Fitness, just more of an educational workshop. Do it at the gym, and I'll do a virtual video on Facebook with it as well for anyone who can't attend or wants to watch it from home or watch the replay. Well, I am currently, at the time of this being released, actually in Florida, and my flight leaves at 6 a.m. Wednesday morning, and this workshop is at 7:30 p.m. Tuesday. I had committed and said yes to powering through and doing it and just being like, okay, well, I'll just leave right after. And I have to drive about an hour. So Tuesday night, I'm going to drive about an hour to my sister's in Sioux Falls. And this is where the same city where my flight is going to leave. But then after thinking about it, I kind of was getting really worried about it. And I have all these other things I am doing to try and get ahead for work and podcasts and all of these things. I realized that if I do this, I'm going to be done around 8:30 or 9 p.m. And then I'm going to have to drive, and I won't get to my sister's till 10:30 p.m. And then I got to go to bed, and I'm just going to be so tired and exhausted mentally and physically. And I want to be able to, number one, give my best when I do the workshop, and number two, be my best the next day when I am traveling. So I had made a Instagram post saying that I was going to be doing it. And then today I created another post going back on what I said. And my initial thinking was to say, I'm sorry, I apologize. But really, I'm not sorry, because I'm not going to be sorry for saying yes to myself. I'm saying no to the workshop, but I'm saying yes to my mental health. I'm saying yes to my sleep. I'm saying yes to my sanity. I'm saying yes to me. I'm not going to be sorry for that. So instead, at the end of the video that I created, in the beginning, I just kind of explained that it was going to be rescheduled and here's why. And at the end, I just said, thank you for understanding. You could say, thank you for your patience. Thank you for understanding. And don't get me wrong, this has been kind of tough because I'm really more aware of when I say sorry and trying to not say sorry all the time and instead say, thank you for understanding or something along those lines. And it's been tough because my automatic response right away is always like my go-to is to just say, I'm sorry. But I catch myself beforehand and change that thinking and those words when I speak. And while I'm on this topic of saying yes to myself, which is saying no to something else, if you feel like you struggle with saying no, try this. And this is something that actually a friend sent to me, so I did not come up with this, but I thought it was very powerful. Instead of saying no, you could say, I don't think this is going to be a part of my journey today. It's such a simple yet effective way of saying something, and it kind of creates this other different, more positive maybe view and feel to say no. And then it's kind of like, I feel like the other person will get it. Like maybe not get it, but will understand more. Like almost like it's more respecting too. Like the other person can respect that more. Here are 4 thoughts that maybe you have had or similar, and 4 ways that you can reframe this thought. Number 1, this isn't working how I thought it would. Reframe that and try, what small change can I try to make this work? Number 2, I'm so behind in life, I'll never be like blank. So maybe you're comparing a person or the things that they have or the career path that they have. Instead, try, what can I celebrate about myself and what can I be grateful for about myself? Number 3, I messed up. I should have known better. Instead, try, what can I teach myself from this? What have I learned? What is the lesson in this? Number 4, I'm too overwhelmed. I'll just give up. Try, what do I need in this moment? So it's kind of like a self-reflection and checking in with yourself. What is it that you need in order to work around the overwhelm that you feel rather than just giving up? These thoughts of self-doubt and self-criticism and more so that negative way of saying things and thinking things is kind of the norm for like our brain is wired to do this. And it's like we're just conditioning ourselves to think this way. So then it's almost like that's what we're looking for. Like if we are thinking about it and looking for the stress, the overwhelm, the self-doubt, things not working out, that's what we're going to find. So what we look for, we get, whether it's good or bad. And so because we've become conditioned to think this way, it's become this automatic loop that replays over and over again. And we have this automatic response to any challenge, difficulties. So when you catch yourself in this loop, this is just a way to combat that and catch yourself when they're taking up this mental space that does not serve you. And then the more that you reframe these thoughts, then this way of thinking will become more and more automatic. You start to become more patient with yourself. You start to look for other thoughts that you can reframe, other ways of saying things. You start to maybe see other situations differently and perceive situations differently. And this is such a great tool. Reframing your thoughts and how we say things is such a great tool to help improve and to help work on our mental health. And with it being Mental Health Awareness Month, I thought it very fitting to create a shorter episode with actionable tips that you can take away to help you in your mental health journey. I hope this was of value to you. You took away a few things and you can apply it to your day-to-day life. And I would love to know maybe 1 or 2 thoughts that you have on the daily that is more of that negative feedback, that negative loop that you are going to work to reframe. You are going to say it differently, think it differently to reframe that thinking. If we haven't connected yet, I am on Instagram at Sophia_Dawn41, also at Flow with the Grow podcast. Thank you for focusing and prioritizing and working on your mental health in your health and wellness journey. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I support you. I love you. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, week, weekend. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Flow with the Grow. I'll see you next week for your daily dose of positivity and growth.